Hi there. My name is Ms. Ewing. I teach third grade at Deer Creek Elementary School here in Nevada City. And my class this year has written their own autobiographies along with other books that they're going to share with you today. So I welcome you to our Saluting New Readers.
Hello, my name is Aiden and I will be reading my autobiography, Exciting Times, Chapter 4. I have had a lot of exciting times, but I can only choose 4. In 2011, my family took a vacation to Kona, Hawaii. I spotted a blue whale while it was blowing water out of its spout. When I was in Hawaii, I was able to swim with the sea turtles and I got to touch them. I got to swim near a beautiful waterfall. I want to go back again. When I went to Michigan, I saw where my mom first grew up and I had my first time swimming in. I slept in a camper for the first time and it was the first camper I've ever been in. I started splashing in the swamp near the camper with my brother and my cousin Joshua. I saw my very first firefly in Michigan. I visited my mom's high school friend named Liz. That's where I saw my very first firefly. When I visited San Diego, I saw my neighbor on her birthday. We went to the Wild Animal Park in San Diego. I found a dead bunny and made a memorial for it. I went to Legoland and saw different Lego sculptures. We saw water fountain shows and it was awesome. When we went to Santa Cruz, I had an awesome time there. I had a big school ground fight. I found a lot of different shells on the beach. I ran from the bigger waves. A man threw me a football, jumped to get it, and a huge wave hit me, and I caught the football and threw it back in the man. This was my exciting times. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Rachel Ravelis, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 3, My Favorite Things. My favorite things. I have 3 favorite things I would like to tell you about. First is my Chatty Cathy doll. My grandma gave me her for Christmas. My grandma collects dolls, and she has about 13 of them, so she got me one of them. My Chatty Cathy doll has brown eyes, tan skin, freckles, and long black curly hair. She wears Christmas clothing and she asks and talks about Christmas. I think she is amazing. Next is my stuffed bear, Ruggles. He is my first teddy bear I have had in my entire life. My dad got me him before I was even born. Ruggles has light brown fuzzy fur, big black eyes, and he has a bow tie around his neck. When I was little, I tried to say Snuggles, but instead I said Ruggles. That is how he got named. He is my favorite bear. Last is my stuffed dog, China. I got her when I was coming home from a 2-week trip at Denmark. My dad surprised me when we were close to home. I was really happy when I got her. She has a black nose, black eyes, white fuzzy fur, and she is really small. I love her. Those are my favorite things. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Macy, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 5, My Future. My future. I want to have a happy life with a smile on my face every day and go to my good job. I want to work for Google, Apple, Best Buy, and Lego Company. If I can work for one of them, then I would buy a nice home with 4 bedrooms. I hope to get up at 6 a.m. every day and feed my two dogs, 2 cats, 4 horses, 1 lamb, 1 pig, and 2 turtles. I want to have a family with 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. I want to go to Paris because I heard that it's beautiful. I want to go to Hawaii because all my life I have wanted to go. My hobbies will be writing letters to my family and friends. Thank you for listening to me read. Thank you.
Hi, I'm JC and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 4, Exciting Times. I have so many exciting times, and they are all in my exciting life. One exciting time is when I went to Hawaii. It is exciting because we went to Disney Alani. We met Disney characters, we went on a catamaran, and they had warm pools, hot tubs, also the ocean. When we met characters, they were dressed in leis, brass skirts, and all in Hawaiian outfits. My souvenir was Chip and Dale little stuffed animals. My dad and brother went surfing. When we went on the catamaran, we saw spinner dolphins, turtles, flying fish, and seals. We went snorkeling and saw over 500 different kinds of fish, crabs, eels, and wonderful pretty coral. We went to my mom's friend's house. Her name is Karen. She lived right by a nice beach. We went boogie boarding. We had a blast in Hawaii. Another time is when I went to San Francisco. I went to Alcatraz, the De Young Museum, and I walked across the Golden Gate Bridge. When I went to Alcatraz, we saw and went in the morgue, we saw the hospital, and all the jail cells. We learned about some escapes. Then we went to the De Young Museum. They had an exhibit on Georgia. They also had a room where there were sketches of people building the Golden Gate Bridge. I had a wonderful time in San Francisco with my family. Life was full of exciting times. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Kate, and I'm going to be reading you my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. My name is Kate Marin Pallett, and this is a story about my life. I was born April 10th, 2005 at 6:51 p.m. I was born at Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital in Grass Valley. I weighed 6 pounds and 13 ounces. I was a small baby. I was 20 inches long. I had lots of brown hair, teeny toes and fingers, and my mom says that I was very beautiful. My favorite things to do were to take walks, suck on my toes, and play with my favorite toy, Giggly Bug. I also loved looking at books. My first word was dada, and then I learned how to say ball. I have one sibling. Lucy is my sister. She was born on February 22nd, 2007. I was 2 years old when she was born. When I was 3 months old, I went on my first plane ride to Canada. Cool. 3 months later, when I was 6 months old, I moved into a house that I lived in until I turned 8. The day after I was born, Ivy, my cousin, was born. She is only a day younger than me. Amazing. Only 3 months later, another one of my cousins, Rory, was born. She and I were born in the same hospital. Nice. When I was 2 years old, Mom and I started taking music classes together. When I was 3 years old, I got my own violin. I started taking lessons. I still play the violin this very day. This is how my life began. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Roland, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, My Future. My future. When I grow up, I'm going to have an awesome life. I am going to be a fishing boat captain, own an amazing store, be a professional soccer player. I am going to be a good fishing boat captain. I'm going to build a boat that is going to be called the My Way, just like my great-grandpa Arthur did. We're going to catch lots of fish and crab. I am going to open a store named Traders. It's going to be a log cabin. Traders is going to be spelled in bones. It will sell arrowheads, singing weapons, and jewelry, and pelts and wooden toys. It's going to be a cool store. I'm going to play soccer for a living. I'm going to play center and defense.
Thank you for listening to me read. Hello, my name is Christoph, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 5, My Future. I am a musician. I know I'll play music for the rest of my life. I love to play the keyboards, piano, drums, and to sing. I enjoy building Lego sets so much that I would like to be a designer or engineer for the Lego company. When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut because I want to explore the universe and ride in a spaceship. I would like to travel to Antarctic. I would like to continue playing soccer as a hobby in my life, in my free time. These are some of the things I want to do in the future.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to me read.
Look at me.
Hello, my name is Logan, and I will be reading my autobiography, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Favorite things. There are 3 favorite things in my life. My first favorite thing is my laptop, because it is useful for looking up things that I like to play on it. I am very happy with it. My second favorite thing is my room. My room is special to me because I sleep in it and sometimes do homework in it. It is my own space. My blanket is special to me because I've had it ever since I was born. I like to sleep with it and play with it. It is as old as I am. These are 3 of my favorite things. Exciting times. In my life, I've had some really exciting times. One of my exciting times is getting a little brother. It was exciting because it gave me someone to play with. He is, of course, a little annoying. Another exciting time was going to school for the first time. That was really exciting because I met all my friends at school. I really liked going to Disneyland for the first time. I liked it because it was very fun and really exciting. I liked going there. Have you ever been up so high before? Going to the top of the Eiffel Tower is awesome because I felt like the king of the world. These are my exciting times. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Carly, and I'm going to be reading Chapter 1, Early Years from my autobiography. When I was born, I was hospitalized in Sacramento because I couldn't breathe. My name is Carly Anders. I was born on December 23rd, 2004. I was born in Grass Valley. My mom was pregnant with me on a cruise ship. My mom said she was in the hospital for Christmas. Also, a lot of people say I got extra presents because I was born so close to Christmas. I weighed 7 pounds and 7 ounces and was 20 inches long. My name is after my grandma, my aunt, and my great-great-grandma. I look tiny, pink, and very pretty. I was a flower girl at my aunt's wedding. When my family had a few trips to Disneyland, we went skiing, took a trip to San Diego, and I broke both ankles and both wrists. I have one big brother. His name is Gabriel. He was named after my dad's best friend. A few of my first words were Hey Beal, Mama, and Dada. I called Gabriel Hey Beal because I couldn't say his name. Not long after I was born, we got a brand new puppy. We named him Cooper. When I was a baby, my 2 favorite things to do were play with Gabe and Cooper. My family is my mom, Christy, my dad, Gary, and I have one big brother, Gabriel, Gabe for short. I always play with my brother, Gabe, and my dog, Cooper. The first person to come to America was Amelia, my great-great-grandma. These are my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
My My name is Caden Carmichael. I'll be reading chapter 1 over here. My name is Caden Carmichael. I was born on December 30th, 2004. I was born in a hospital in Grass Valley, and the time was 6:40 p.m. I was 20 and a half ounces long, and my eyes was hazel gray. I had blonde hair. My family is my mom, Jasmine, my dad, John, my 2 sisters, Alyssa and Jade, and 1 baby brother, Bodie. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Caden Kinnear. I will be reading my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. When I was 2 years old, I moved to Texas. I didn't like riding in cars for a long time. My name is Caden Kinnear. I was born on June 2nd, 2005. I was born at 2:39 p.m. I weighed 7 pounds and 6 ounces. I was 19 inches tall. I had bluish gray eyes and red skin. I was also chubby. I was named after my dad. My first words were Mama and Dada. My favorite toys were little people. I loved to be pulled in a block wagon while my grandma babysat me. I sucked on a pacifier I called a boppy. I went with it to the beach, and I ate the sand. I went on 2 big journeys when I was young. I went to Legoland and Disneyland. I was scared when it was dark or when things would pop up at me. I like to watch SpongeBob and Doodle Box. My family doesn't know who is the first in our family to come to America. I have 2 brothers named Bryce and Bennett. My mom's name is Kim. My dad's name is Scott. My 2 grandpas' names are David and John. My 2 grandmas' names are Carol and Cherie. David and Cherie are my mom's friends. John and Carol are my dad's parents. When I was young, I loved every fruit, but my favorite fruit was watermelon. I loved classical music because it was calm. I liked to read Goodnight Moon. Once I got older, I had bluish-green eyes and peach skin. These are my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Jace Brown, and I will be reading Bats and Other Animals of the Night. On a quiet street near the edge of town, a family is getting ready for bed. The children pull on their pajamas and brush their teeth before they get to bed, Their father reads them a bedtime story. Up and down the block, the lights in the neighbors' houses are going out. Soon the whole town will be quiet. For most humans, night is a time to rest. But in the animal kingdom, many creatures are nocturnal. They are most active after dark. All day, this small pond deep in the woods was quiet. Now that the sun has gone down, the air is filled with sound. Crickets chirp. Tiny frogs called peepers make a noise like jingle bells. The big bullfrog can be heard from far away. Some people think The bullfrog is saying, "Juggo rum, juggo rum." A skunk waddles down to the mud at the edge of the pond. It paws through the wet leaves looking for worms and beetles to eat. Soon a mother raccoon arrives with her 2 babies. She turns over a rock. Oh, thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Judah, and I will be reading my autobiography, Chapter 4, Exciting Times. I have had a lot of exciting times in my life. I am going to tell you some of them. The first time I went to Maui is special to me because me and my mom went and it was really fun. We stayed at the Grand Wailea. The Grand Wailea was cool because it had a lot of pools. Going to Disneyland is special to me because I go every other winter. I go with my family and it is really fun. My favorite ride is California Screaming. When we moved to Nevada City in 2010, we got a rental on Long Street, California, and I got to make new friends. I am lucky that we moved. These were some of the exciting times in my life. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Pete Andre. I'm going to read my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. When I was 2.5, I split my chin open 3 times. I had to go to the hospital. I learned to never run down the stairs again. Hi, my name is Pete Andre. I was born in Grass Valley, California. I weighed 9 pounds 4 ounces at 11:19 a.m. I was 21 inches long and very chubby. I am named after my great-great-grandma Helen, and I am fat, bald, and had big blue eyes. I like to play in the sandbox with my sister. I like to dance. It was funny to watch me dance. I like to play catch with my dad and wrestle with my brother. Some of my first words were ball, cat, dad, and mom. When I was young, I moved. I like exploring the new house. It was fantastic. My family is my mom, Chelsea, my dad, Keith, my sister, Lucinda, and my brother, Jackson. My family likes taking walks. We traveled many places when I was young. These were my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Cameron, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. The time I was born is 1:35 a.m. My mom fell right asleep when she gave birth to me. Hi, my name is Cameron Taylor. I was born on January 1st, 2004. I was born in Grass Valley. I was 6 pounds and 16 inches long. My parents said I was tiny and I looked like an angel. My parents said I had blonde hair that stuck out. When I was a little baby, I smiled all the time. I never got mad or sad. I loved it when my parents took me disc golfing. My favorite playmate was my mom's best friend, daughter Marley. My first word was Dada. When I wanted my grandma, I called her Mima. When my dad took me to bed, it was too late. I was already asleep on my dad's arms. My family is my mom, Jennifer, and my dad, Patrick. And I have 2 brothers. Their names are Nathan and Christopher. And I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. My mom was born in Long Beach, California, and my dad was born in Santa Paula, California. And my brother Nathan was born in Grass Valley, California.
and my other brother, Christopher, was born in Montana, California. These are my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Mina, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. I was about 1 year old. I had trouble. My name is Mina Mason. I was born on August 2nd, 2005. I was born in Grass Valley, California. The time I was born was 7:52 a.m. I was 16 pounds and 19 inches. I looked bloody and goopy. I didn't have hair until I was 3. Some of my first words were Mama, Dada, and Bobo, and Sissy. I played with my sister's face and pulled her hair. I didn't exactly like her. She wasn't happy when she found out she had a sister. My family is my mom, Andrea, and my dad, Sean. I have one sister, Grace, and have one brother, Drake. These are my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 4, Exciting Times. Exciting times. I have many exciting times. 4 of my exciting times are Disneyland, camping at Lake Tahoe, going to Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Santa Cruz. Disneyland is one of my exciting times because it was fun being with my family. It was also exciting because of the fun rides, and I got to meet lots of characters. I got to have a special breakfast in Goofy's kitchen. Every summer, our family goes camping with friends at Lake Tahoe. Last summer, we went ziplining at Grand Lebacan for one of our friends' birthdays. It was also fun when we all biked to the beach and jumped off the dock. I also paddleboarded with my dad. My family and I went to Virginia for Thanksgiving to meet my new baby cousin, Haley. Before Thanksgiving, we visited Washington, D.C. with my grandparents. There, we went to all of the Smithsonian museums, the White House, and got a tour of the Capitol. Then, we went back to Virginia and had Thanksgiving. Going to Santa Cruz last October was very exciting because we got to walk almost everywhere. We stayed in an old 2-tower windmill house with our friends. One day, we all went to a different beach and took surfing lessons. Another day, we went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium and saw a lot of sea animals. One night, we got to kayak and paddleboat to a restaurant for dinner. These are some of my most exciting times. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Teresa, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 2, Special People in My Life. Special people in my life. The 4 special people in my life are my mom, Cynthia, my mom, Jennifer, and my grandma, Tutu, also my papa, Mike. The reason they are my favorite relatives is because my moms do a lot of things for me, like they make sure I have a lunch and a whole bunch more. My grandma and grandpa also do a lot. My mom, Jen, and my grandma are the whole reason we went to Hawaii on February 2nd, 2014. We all had fun. I like to play sports with my mom, Jen. That's what I like to do with my mom. I like to do projects with my grandma, Tutu, and with my grandpa. I like to go on golf cart rides and see all the animals, and that's what I like to do with my grandma and grandpa. Thank you for listening to me read.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Ellie, and I'm going to be reading Chapter 4, Exciting Times. Four exciting events in my life have been the Panama Zipline, Disneyland, San Juan Marichal, and my 9th birthday party. The Panama Zipline was exciting because it was 200 feet off the ground, and it was my first actual zipline. It wasn't scary for me because I was with my friend Ashton. Disneyland was fun because I got to go on rides like Space Mountain, the Matterhorn, Star Tours, and a bunch of other rides like a train and lots of vehicles. San Juan Marichal was awesome because I got to go inside his house and go on his huge trophy room that was flooded with trophies. He lives in Dominican Republic. One cool thing is that I got to go to shake his hand and talk about baseball with him. My ninth birthday party was exciting because I didn't realize that I was that old already. I was showing on my birthday party, and I went sledding and snowboarding with Jake, Judah, Dante, Helena, Pete, and some other kids. It was so much fun. These have been some of my exciting times in my life so far. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm reading my autobiography, Chapter 5, My Future. I have a lot of things I dream about for my future. 5 of them are being an artist, having a family, getting a pet, and going to Ireland, and doing crafts and beading. My first dream for my future is being an artist. I want to be an artist because art inspires me in many ways. Like when I first saw a picture made by Miro, I thought, well, not all art is the same, but how is that? And I thought of that for a while. And now I realize that each artist's art is different from each other's. Art is a good way to express myself. That's one of the reasons why I want to be an artist. My second dream for my future is having a family. I want to have a family because wouldn't it be very sad if you didn't have a family and no company? Well, this is one reason why everyone should have a family. Families are people who comfort you and love you. Even your children can make you happy. These are some reasons why I want a family. My third dream for my future is getting a pet. I really want a parakeet or maybe a cat. I know it's a lot, but having a pet means a lot to me. We could all use a pet, all of us. Pets can make us feel better, like me and my cat. These are some reasons why I want a pet. My fourth dream for my future is going to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland because I want to see the valley, the castles, and experience what it's like to be in Ireland. My mom and my grandma have been there, and they say it's beautiful. That's one of the reasons why I want to go there. They say that they are really nice people and they're ancient. These are some reasons why I want to go to Ireland in my future. My fifth dream for my future is thank you for listening to me read. Hi, my name is Emmy, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. Early years. When I was 2 years old, I fell off a bridge, did a flip, and landed in the water. Hi, my name is Emmy Retzler. I was born on November 2nd, 2005 at 8:59 a.m. in San Francisco. I was 8 pounds, 6 ounces, and 22 inches long. I was named after a woman my mom worked with. I was bright red and my eyes were hazel. I had really pointy ears. I loved to blow spit bubbles, and my favorite stuffy was a big furry bear. Some of my first words were mama, daddy, and la la la. My family is my dad, David, my mom, Amy, and my brothers Cole and Harry. When I was born, Cole was interested in running his Hot Wheels car up and down my head. Harry pointed at me and said baby, but got interested in downing the hospital crackers as quickly as he could. My first teeth grew in on April 30th. When I was 1 year old, our family moved to Nevada City. The first person in my family to come to America was Michael Krelick. He was my great-grandpa. This is the story of my early years. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Kinsey, and I will be reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Oh no, Ron gasped. It's all right, he's still alive, said Hermione, prodding Errol gently with the tip of her finger. It's not that. It's that. Ron was pointing at the red envelope. It looked quite ordinary to Harry, but Ron and Neville were both looking at it as though they expected it to explode. What's the matter, said Harry. She sent me a howler, said Ron faintly. You'd better open it, Ron, said Neville in a timid whisper. It will be worse if you don't. My gran sent me one once, and I ignored it, and he gulped. It was horrible. Harry looked from their petrified faces to the red envelope. What's a howler, he said, but Ron's whole attention was fixed on the letter, which had begun to smoke at the corners. Open it, Neville urged. It'll all be over in a few minutes. Ron stretched out a shaking hand, eased the envelope from Errol's beak, and slid it open. Neville stuffed his fingers in his ears. A split second later, Harry knew why. He thought for a moment it had exploded. A roar of sound filled the huge hall, shaking dust from the ceiling. Stealing the car! I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd expelled you. You wait till I get hold of you. I don't suppose you stopped to think what your father and I went through when we saw I was gone. Mrs. Weasley's yells 100 times louder than usual made the plates and spoons rattle on the table and echoed deafeningly off the stone walls. People throughout the hall were swiveling around to see who had received the howler, and Ron sank so low in his chair that only the crimson of his forehead could be seen. Letter from Dumbledore last night. I thought your father would die of shame. We didn't bring you up to behave like this. You and Harry could both have died. Harry had been wondering when his name was going to crop up. He tried very hard to look as though he couldn't hear the voice that was making his eardrums throb. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Helena, and I'm going to be reading my autobiography, Chapter 1, Early Years. 911. I called the dispatcher when I was only 2.5 years old. My name is Helena Garcia Bryan. I was born on January 21st, 2005 at 6:20 a.m. in Paradise, California. I weighed 7 pounds and was 19 inches long. My cheeks were chubby and I had the softest light brown hair and a button nose. I was named after my great-great-grandma Helen Love Peterson. As a baby, I liked to go on walks to watch birds and squirrels with my mom. My favorite toys were my mom's car keys and the remote control, and I loved to bounce in my jumper. My first word was dog. I also had a German Shepherd dog named Bruce. When I was only 2.5 years old, my mom was in her room, and I climbed on our house desk. I called 911 and spoke with the dispatcher. When my mom came out and realized I was on the phone with 911, she could not believe it. The lady on the phone said I was a smart 2-year-old because I told her my name and my mom's name. My family is my mom, Laura Garcia Bryan, my dad, John Bachman Bryan, my little brother, Ben Fisher Bryan. My grandma, Shelley Bryan, from my dad's side, and my grandpa, Carl Bryan, from my dad's side. Then there is my grandma, Paula Garcia Witt, and my grandpa, Robert Stanley Witt, from my mom's side. Shelley was born on Christmas Day, 1948, and Carl was born November 4th, 1948. Paula was born June 26, 1946, and Robert was born May 9th, 1947. My brother Ben was born in November 11, 2010. These are my early years. Thank you for listening listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?
Deer Creek School!
What grade are you in?
3rd grade!
Who's your teacher?
Miss Ewing!
And who's the best teacher in the whole world?
Miss Ewing!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip, hip, hooray!
Hey!